Hey folks, it's 4:20 in the PM here in San Jose, and you're watching High Strategy. Oh my ears are out of sorts. High Strategy with me, Hyena Girl 64. Today we are playing BattleTech. Today, the big Stompy Mechs. They're gonna go boom. Big, huge explosions, I'm telling you. You'll love it. I am grooving on something new. Codename Tahoe OG. That is what I am on right now. For the curious. That's a switch up from what I've been doing, which was some River City plant. I love putting it out because there's the game River City Ransom, and that's Sacramento, and, you know, Sacktown, so, like, people who, so people don't often realize that River City Ransom is actually set in Sacramento, California, and I got some stuff there, and I just think it's been funny all month. Anyway, it's probably not that funny. I did not even have time to switch over the screen this time. So I will boot the game before we go in to the game mode, because right now, if I don't, you're just gonna see Stellaris splashed across the screen, because because times are difficult. Oh right, I'll probably have to reset something as well. Oh well, so much for that. So much for that plan. So there it goes. Stellaris, like, still ended up on the splash on the screen. Are you detecting the game? Is BattleTech being detected? There we go. That's how it should be. Sorry, I ended up a little behind schedule. That happens sometimes. There's a problem with a show like this unless I have a minder or something making sure I have places on time. And, I mean, I only have, like, what, one viewer in most of my shows? I should really promote more on I think I'm a little froggy right now. Okay, so, we're playing our campaign. I had better, make sure Chrome is not showing me in the background, but confirmed we are actually live, with video and everything. All those nice things, all together. So, we manually saved here, and we're gonna load it. I'm really digging this music. I wish I weren't sounding so froggy right now. Meh. Oh well. Hyena Girl, that's me. And we are loading our save file. We're getting ready to run over some, like, pesky vehicles with mechs and destroy some mechs and things like that. That's what we're planning to do. And it's our usual game of BattleTech. Okay, so Baker's out of action for a few days. Contracts are out. Forget where we were when I last left off last week. Yeah, all of our mechs are ready. Decker's out of action still. That's fine, though. We could advance the plot. Or we... Oh, yeah, there's some stuff really nearby. So I wanted to just, like, do a few of these and just play this for you. Like, it's not going to be an episode, I think, where we get very far in the story. But, I mean, this is a game where interesting things always happen. So, I'm going to take the local missions, and then I'm going to take the priority mission finally at the end. That's what I'm going to do. So, stealing is a form of flattery. This pays more, so I presume... pays way better, so I presume it's the worst mission, the harder mission. But not necessarily. Oh, it's a capture-based mission, that's why. Okay. So it's a little bit... This one's just like, go kill things. So, we have long suspected that there's a Capellan research station hidden in the Linhuaguan system, and we've finally gotten wind of its possible location. We need a few brave and plausibly undeniable mercenaries to secure the location for a dropship of extraction of any valuable scientific personnel. And as Darius is pointing out here, plausible deniability is indeed our specialty. Okay, this new stuff is interesting. I'm having a very different effect. Maybe it's because my situation with my meds is stabilizing, generally speaking. So, we have Amalia Cortez of the Magistracy of Canopus. Commander, I hope you are in good health. This contract may interest you. It fits your skills and the strengths of your company. With any luck, we'll both get what we want out of this job. I agree, with any luck. So, we could go high on salvage. We have plenty of money. Look, all this salvage we could get. Salvage is really valuable in this game, so let's go that much to be able to repair, and then let's go on a salvage operation, friends. Do we want to train up Trail Boss a bit? No, we don't. We don't want to risk it on this mission. We don't want to risk, someone like Trail Boss here, ending up in a bad situation, ending up blowing up one of our mechs and getting us in a bad situation. The products are too expensive. We recruited this person with a plan to train up as basically a spare pilot. We have 2. I don't think we're going to use Trail Boss much. Actually, I do not know if this person is she or they, but has the hairstyles indicating probably she or they. It could also be he, but unlikely, in my estimation. That's the thing about when you're dealing with gender with people, is that to some extent the way you present yourself ends up giving people like a probability in their head of what they think they should gender you with. It helps if people know third genders, because then if the probabilities are somewhere in the middle, they can use they, and they go, oh, yeah, it's, I don't know, but you know what, I don't need to know. You know, and then there's the people who, like, fight over the specific details of boundaries as if it's a binary system instead of this giant spectrum of possible expressions and possible social roles, etc., that is culturally specific, etc., 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 etc. Sociology report, you're not here for sociology, you're here to watch mechs blow each other up. So, we already read everything about this. We're attacking the Capellan Confederation. I haven't fought them at all in this game. Night mission, we're here, capture the Capellan Research Station. Let's get our forces to a position where we can better observe the enemy movements and get eyes on the facility. Eliminate opposition and take control of the territory, Commander. Let me take my socks off. Yeah, let me get completely comfortable here. Eliminate the opposition and take control of the territory. So this is we have to destroy turrets, and we need to get to the research station, which is way over here. So I say we have a heavy mech. We're not going to be as a group subtle about this. But what we'll do is we'll keep our main company together, and we'll send out probably the Shadowhawk as a scout. The Shadowhawk's a good scout vehicle in my opinion. Once we get closer to the base, of course. For now, we just want to run together in a tight formation. We don't want to have to be that specific as we move. We don't need to be. Just tight formation. tight formation at fastest possible speed. We're actually using the heavy mech to scout right now. I think that's also working. Like, we're just going. They all have the same sensor range.
I read you, Commander.
And I haven't seen anything in this game to indicate. Oh my. Our first turret. Well, we'll take out that turret. We're not supposed to destroy the base, we're supposed to scout it. So you join up, and then you are in the Vindicator, you come up behind them all. Shadowhawk's fast, Shadowhawk's jumpy. Shadowhawk's a decent scout. Actually, this quick draw's not none too shabby either in terms of their speed. Alright, so all of these are in these kind of mechs.
Commander.
Okay, if we sprint you, where will you end up? You'll end up further if you sprint. So for now, you gotta sprint. Stay out of direct, remain out of visual contact, y'all. Remain out of, oh, that'll work well with my froggy voice. Yar. Remain out of visual contact, me hearties. No, I'm not that much of a fan of that voice either. Oh, actually, it's got some nice downtones. Yar. Shivery timbers.
Orders.
Move up the right. Move up the starboard flank, Medusa. Yeah. I promise I won't do the whole stream like this. Though I am froggy, so you get what you get, right? Reduce damage. You're in a quick draw. Reduce damage. Start advancing. Do as you do best and run straight at them in the quick draw very quickly as part of a hard strike. Okay. And you fire LRMs with direct fire. I find, like I was saying in I think an earlier episode, I love using LRMs kind of as like really long range sniper rifles because they have they're like PPCs, honestly, in the way they work. Except you can also fire them indirectly, like. What's not to love? Yeah, so you're gonna go here. You're gonna get yourself. Alright. Yeah, we do have good. We can see they got 1, 2, 3, 4 turrets. They have additional units in the area rallying at the base. Yes, well, yes. So, by the way, I think the way they're generating these missions, possibly. Oh, there is a glitch. Thank you. I didn't want to hear that forever. Anyway, well, there's a glitch. I was just talking about how well designed they are, but they have, like, these maps with bases. They give them different orientations. I don't know if they procedurally generate the maps or if they just have, like, a stock of them, but, you know, it has enough variety that it's just enjoyable. Anyway, I think it's like XCOM where they have, like, a stock of, like, map pieces going on. But they also have, like, they basically roll a die about, like, is something interesting gonna happen? Are the forces gonna be unusually light? Are they gonna be unusually heavy? Things like that have to keep you on your toes so that the missions don't all feel the same. There's a little variety and difficulty. By the way, when I'm done with this game, I'm deeply thinking of playing XCOM 2 next for you all. I haven't actually completed it. So we should attack it with everything we've got. Everything we need. We're probably going to hit with everything. It has 97. The AC5 does 45. We can save. We could probably save on something. No, we'll fire everything.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
No point risking it. Might as well just fire the load. The whole thing.
Smoked 'em.
Receiving you.
I love how advanced the combat in MechWarrior in BattleTech games feel. Like, it feels like, you know, you're playing a kind of thing from the future or something. Yeah, you just hunker down.
Yep.
So you're in the Vindicator, you're gonna jump. You're gonna also get in on the fray. We're all just jumping onto the ridge and shooting down, basically, all together in sequence. Like, we all jumped on the ridge at the same time to get up there to, as quickly as possible, cover the facility with guns and quickly take down the first thing before it had a chance to accomplish anything. Oh. When do those go? When do the turrets go? Well, okay, the quick draw is powerful enough to possibly take a turret down on its own. So we're just gonna fire everything we got. Alright. Another one in visual contact range, and it doesn't need everything it's got, so the medium lasers alone will kill it. Let's throw in the LRM. In case one misses.
Engaging target.
There we go. That's why we threw them in case one missed.
Target destroyed.
By the way, lasers and missiles seem like a kind of good combo because instead of just having one big roll that could really hurt another mech, missiles kind of serve to even out lasers a bit. So if you combine two different kinds of weapons, missiles are good for basically rounding out your averages, if you will, because missiles tend to do more consistent damage per shot than statistically than medium lasers. Medium lasers, you know, you roll what you roll and then they just hit or they don't. And because there's 4 of them, even though theoretically if you fired them billions of times in this particular situation, you get the same outcome, that's never going to happen. So in reality, you end up with a situation where you don't really know what you're going to get. Okay, so that's the advantage of that's a drawback of using a PPC. The upside of using a PPC is because of the way the damage mechanics are. If you even out your damage, so evening out damage is traded off with doing damage to specific parts of the mech. So, you know, you hit something with a shotgun and a lot of small shots, they won't necessarily all penetrate. So, you know, that's just how it is. Okay, you should jump then. You need to jump to the safest position from which you can just shoot the thing. Okay, I think that's it then. We destroyed half the defensive turrets already before they even got to fire a shot. So far, this is going pretty clean. That is it's a light sniper turret, but oh gosh, 4 AC2s? Dang. Okay, AC weapons are a really good just weapon. Because like lasers won't knock you over, a PPC will and an AC will. An AC will cost more tonnage and therefore mean your mech is more lightly armored. You know, the PPC will cost more heat, and it will also cost more, it also, yeah, it costs more heat, basically. That's the trade-off with the PPC, it's like an AC with more heat that takes less space. So, you know, you can either distribute the heat or you could replace it with an AC, depending on how you're kitted out. So, wow, you also have 4 medium lasers. The Blackjack is... Okay, the Blackjack can kind of be a beast here. I'm going to have to fire them all because, again, no missiles.
Firing all weapons.
So, more likely to not actually, like, take out a target. Like, more inconsistently damaging, but very damaging nonetheless. Versus a mech with a missile launcher attached, which would be more consistently damaging. It would be very much more consistent and predictable in its performance. Against a target, against any given target. So you just jump up there, then you jump back down, and you hit the ground running. These are tactics that would probably work in the new Mech Warrior game, by the way, if they do it well. Like, you can see what the small squad tactics look like here, is that we saw a ridge, we're mobile, so we ran close together because there's no, like, big explosions. If you're playing a Mech Warrior, there will be added subtlety of the fact that if there's 2 mechs standing next to each other and you try to shoot one, you're likely to accidentally hit the other. And although they may not, that's, oh boy, I'm gonna get into like a little bit of military history stuff here, that I happen to know. Mostly military technology I know a lot about military technology for some reason. You can blame the History Channel for all that. If you got a problem with it, which you perhaps should. That was mostly what I was taught in history, but, you know. Anyway, so, like, one of the effects that happens in battle that you often don't see simulated in games is that in games, you have two soldiers next to each other. Them being closer to each other doesn't mean that shooting at one has a chance of hitting the other. In real life, like, if there's a horde, a wave of people coming at you, and you shoot at one of them, chances are the bullet will, even if the bullet misses them, it'll still injure someone. There's a wave of people coming at you. It's a lot easier to hit a line this long than it is to hit a spot. But if you're aiming for the spot, you're more likely to hit the line anyway. So one of the things that I can take advantage of, therefore, in this simulation is the fact that there's really, because there isn't a lot of, you know, explosive weaponry that could blow me up. But I guess we're also dealing with expansive, like, kilometers here, so, like, this facility is what? Like, this is the size of a football field, probably, in reality. So maybe I should take that back. I mean, we are pretty far apart. We're just huge, but being huge and far apart, like, the same mathematics apply. But I guess if we're only fighting with 4 of them, you know? That's one of the things, is that this system wouldn't be good if we had an army of mechs, like, on a line, because then you have to start worrying about things like, if I'm shooting at one, do I accidentally hit another, right? To achieve the kind of realism this game's going for, and that's just a little bit too realistic. The effect is actually really important, but with the more precise modern weapons we have, it's less so. But it should be important, because this was the entire reason they used to fight in lines in the 18th century. In the 18th century, the reason why you're supposed to match ranks with the person in front of you is so that their body protects you from bullets if they're in front of you. Because that's what's going to happen, is the people in the front are going to start getting shot and killed, and it's going to move on back. And no amount of armor at the time, no amount of anything could protect you, so you might as well just stand. And you had to stand to load the weapon, you had to stand to fire the weapon. They were very complicated, but it was still better than, like, crossbows or whatever, or any other, or bows or any other kinds of weapons, so you couldn't really be sneaky with those things. You could hide behind trees, maybe, but unless you were in a forest, if you were in a field, you were in ranks because the people in front were protecting the bodies of the other by being in the ways of bullets from other musketeers. Of course, if they have cannons, they can take advantage of that to hurt your tight formation, and your formation is tight to deal with cavalry, and you have them, you know, you have to worry about the spacing because of the other muskets, and then as for the cannons, like, the reason you have infantry is because otherwise the infantry will just rush the cannons and spread out, and then the cannons won't be able to kill anybody. Like, a big ball of death is as good as a small ball of death if you only have one target. So these are effects of, like, that I know exist in real life combat that make a lot of tactics that might seem kind of foolish to us with our modern weapons, which we can fire while flying through the air, because it's not like the bullet's just going to fall out or something, like with a musket. And their benefit of hindsight, and oh my god, you do not have any heat left, so you're just going to fire. Actually, let's save the AC2s. It's good to give them, it's good to let them rest because they're machine guns. They get less accurate the more they fire. I mean, we are firing at very large structures here, so it's kind of a moot point, like, about density. That only would matter if we were shooting weapons that did, like, huge amounts of splash damage, like a nuclear bomb. Okay, a nuclear warhead, a small one, would probably take out, like, this chunk of land right here, and a large conventional bomb would take out this and crater this. That's a large one, too. Like, one of the biggest ones we might have could maybe crater this area. You know?
What can I do for you?
I hate... knowing about military history is less fun, because you know about weapons of death, but it tends to be very interesting history. And it tends to teach you a little bit about fighting, the nature of fighting, why people fight. It can be useful. 40, and then 7. So once we get through, so if we hit it once with the AC5, so spare the laser. There we go. That was the right decision. I did the LRMs because, again, they're more consistent. It's more likely I'll do enough damage. And, you know, if you have a very weak mech and you fire a laser at it, it's more likely to survive than if you fire an SRM at it. Because the SRM is more likely to hit something that's exposed once they're exposed. Just like machine guns are like in this game, machine guns do like 5 points of damage per hit, but then also fire a lot of hits, and it's really petty damage. But if you're fighting something that already has exposed sections, each of them is a chance of a critical hit, of actually hurting something important. That's the main way they simulate that in this game, the effect I'm talking about like, maybe you don't hit the thing you're shooting at, but you hit something. And they do have simulation for that for infantry and stuff like that, but I don't know how that would work with mechs. You'd have to add some kind of weapon that actually does scatter shot, and then you'd also have to, if you could maybe have a thing is if you're shooting one mech and there's one beside it, there's a slight chance of hitting that mech, but or behind it. But that's like, you could do that in a game like this, but it would be really statistically complicated, you know? And it wouldn't necessarily be as fun a game, even if it were a more quote-unquote realistic simulation. And ultimately, what I really love about... we just broke some glass. Ultimately, what I really love about this game is the fact that it gives up some of the hyper-detailed simulation of tabletop BattleTech in order to make a more functional tactical war game that's more kind of on the XCOM level. Like, a bit more complicated than XCOM, but only because you have to get the hang of actually commanding mechs, which are not the same as, like, tanks or people, exactly.
Got it.
They function by slightly different rules. Ooh. Okay, so the Blackjack has some severe heating problems going on, at least in this environment when it's using its stuff, so we're gonna brace. We have a contact behind us, so shit. That's not good. Well, I'm glad, I'm actually kind of glad we're down here, because even if that could give them a terrain advantage, like, it's not going to last long.
Go.
Yeah, Medusa, you're going to jump here. Immediately. You're using the Vindicator. The one that's missing its PPC, its signature PPC, and therefore is less likely to knock something over at range. We want that ability back. I've been missing it. And you scouted them out as a Wolverine WR6K. They're entrenched. They're... I mean, Medusa's a pretty good shot, so... those would be straight hits. They would do how much damage? Like 40, and then maybe another 20. So 60 damage, let's say. We could maybe do on this thing at a precise location if we're lucky. Is it worth it? It's worth shooting at. It's definitely worth shooting at. It's not worth precision striking, though. That's better saved for when we have it dead to rights.
Roger.
Actually, the game that simulates the scattershot aspect of warfare is actually what's it called? Why am I forgetting the name right now? I'm like Into the Breach, right? Because Into the Breach also has. Oh yeah, you're in a quick draw. You do not currently have guts, Ian. You need some guts, Captain Ian. But what we're gonna do is this. No. You need to move. You actually need to move out of position because of the way they're oriented. Because somebody got behind us, so you actually do need to jump. So you should focus on conserving. Alarm's fine. Yeah. We shouldn't fire too much after moving like that. in the Badlands, so it's hot. That's one of the reasons we're having heat problems again. Alright, you're just gonna take a pot shot at the Wolverine.
Engaging target.
Maybe unsteady it a bit. I love the unsteady effects though. Like I love the mechanics of like how do mechs work that this game brings into question. Right? It's like in the early days of this game, I feel like my impression is they would just kind of draw crazy machines and try to figure out how to simulate them with the mechanics, and you can do that in BattleTech. Like the game encourages you to invent your own mechs. Like they've created a game where that's, you know, part of the expected. Okay, Pigpen's in the blackjack over there. Let's have Pigpen move first then. Yeah. You need to get somewhere relatively safe, because this could go really loopy if we are not careful, this entire thing. Okay. So you have a shot there. So we backed up. We backed off. We got to the facility, which was what we needed to do, and then we overcommitted slightly. So you're going to fire just like one of your AC-2s at the trebuchet. Oh god, that's a trebuchet. Yeah, I'm glad I'm jumping. So trebuchets, snipers, damn it. Indirect fire snipers. I want one. I'm glad I'm taking so much salvage, because I'm gonna get another piece of a trebuchet here. Yeah, we're fighting a bunch of medium mechs. That's fantastic. Oh, there's 2 Wolverines on this team? Oh, glory be. I'm gonna get like 2 Wolverine parts at least.
Waiting for orders.
I'm gonna have a more replacement medium mechs at this rate. So Shadowhawk, you're slightly better jumping, and you'd be in cover here. Oh yeah, there's a dropship that will land there.
Affirmative.
So we can't go there. That's what the red circle around the point means when you're trying to move. Okay, you have multi-target. You can pull something out of your butt. So how about this? The Wolverine's like that. How are these looking? The trebuchet is the priority target. You're going to fire on the trebuchet, but you're not just going to fire on the trebuchet, madam. You are going to precision strike this trebuchet. It's already got damage to its center. You're very unlikely to hit its center, though. So do damage. So do called shots to its. All of its weapons are in the torso, I think. Yes. Oh, we shot off its LRM-15. Oh, that was real. That was perfect there. That precision strike just might have like saved us a lot of grief. Now, these Wolverines are they're beefy, if I remember correctly. Like we fought one in the first mission. Yeah, that's why we're jumping around. I like to be kind of mobile. I really like being mobile in this game, rather than doing like fire bases or something like that. Because, like, again, the point of having a mech is that it's mobile. Like, if you're not going to be mobile, what's the point? That's what I figure. Yeah, you are a sniper, that's right. Well, kind of. Actually, with the large laser... well, but then you have the LRM-10. See, I could actually deck this out with large laser, medium laser, small laser, and a very large SRM. And then, or a second medium laser, and then turn this Vindicator into, like, basically a close combat mech. It could do it. It's very jumpy. This would be a fantastic, you know, close combat mech. And those are useful. But right now, it's not kitted for it. Right now, it's kitted to snipe. Right? It would be nice to have 2 Vindicators at some point. One that's close combat, one that's something else. But possibly. I mean, possibly.
Jumping.
I mean, by then we'll have better mechs available to us than the Vindicator to do it. So, I'm currently encouraging... I think... small laser, though. Because we also need a scout mech. And scout mechs are better if you equip them with either LRMs and short-range stuff. What's the long ranges? Range is long. I think you can actually fire close by with them and have a pretty good chance of hitting. Like, this guy might already be perfect for it, for the role. But then you might do an SRM and, like, do a sneaky scout and go BAM! Right in their face, you know?
taking the shot.
Because SRMs are very damaging weapons. Yeah, that was a good decision. I wish we made it with the blue laser was the large laser there, by the way. They all have different colors. Small lasers are red, medium lasers are green, and large lasers are blue because that's the color. That's the high color spectrum stuff. It's about the color spectrum. Okay. So you're actually gonna be yeah, that's the quick right. The quick draw is actually pretty fast. This makes it good in like open terrain, like the Badlands. Yeah, I need to think about that. About like if you get enough mechs in your team, you need to start thinking about things like what mechs are the best mechs for this mission. You know. Okay, I really, really, really hope. Is there anything else there? There's ammo. Yeah, we took out the... Okay, so the trebuchet is... It's not pointless. Where's the other LRM? There's 2 medium lasers there. The LRM-15 is there. Yeah, fire the trebuchet. They're also... It's also light on its armor right now. Because we've already done a lot of damage to it. It's exposed in one area. Unsteady. Nice. Yeah, if you can get rid of a trebuchet early, that's good. Because their whole point is not to get close. Unless you... I mean, I guess, again, the nice thing about if you have missiles on a mech is a missile mech can be either a very close mech or a very long mech. You have the option. You don't have to just have them fire at nearby things. You can have them specialize at range, or you can have them specialize at close up, or you can have them have a mix of the two. Like you could have a trebuchet with an LRM and an SRM that would act more like a scout, where you'd have it up near the front, and it's needs to be armed for a variety of situations, but not as well as like a bigger mech. Alright.
What can I do for you?
So Glitch is in the Shadowhawk, yeah. Dropship is inbound to this location. Cool. So you're in the Shadowhawk, which means you need to jump all the time. You should never stop jumping. It's okay if they both have a beat on you, just keep jumping. That's why I like using the Shadowhawk to scout and as kind of a... like doing what it's doing right now, like picking somebody out who's kind of behind or out in the open. Okay, and it's really heat efficient, but it doesn't do a ton of damage. But I would say because it's like a pre-order mech, it's one of the better mechs, better medium mechs, possibly. It's a jack of all trades and master of none. It's got an AC. It's got a missile mount, an AC, a bullet mount, a laser mount, and plenty of jump jets. Like people, like in the bio of the game, like in the game's fluff of this particular game, this particular version of the game. Jeez, the one problem with the blackjack, it is slow. It is so slow. It really, and it's not actually armed for like, it's not actually armed for a for an assault. Like it's got all these lasers. Like it's not really the best sniper. Well, now let me think about that. I could get out with two PPCs and a shit ton of heat sinks and keep it in the back. That could work. That'd be interesting. So you're gonna need the cover because you are getting. If they want to shoot somebody, they're gonna be shooting you, Blackjack. Yeah, I really want to think about the Blackjack here because I've been very unsatisfied with it on my team, but I feel like I don't feel like it's useless. I just don't know what to do with it. All right, so you're just gonna fire AC2s that could unsteady it further, and we have a really good chance of taking out some ammo or something. Yeah, no, AC2s are too small. It either needs 2 honking, like, AC5s, or, like, one massive AC10, like, as a hunchback or something. Probably an AC5, though. AC10's, the drop-off becomes a problem in an AC10. Like, an AC10 can't hit something as far away. It's a medium-range weapon. It's just a really powerful medium-range weapon. I think it's better... Can you run and get the same effect? No, it's better if you jump. And that, for some reason, that's not in the forest. Okay. So you need to jump. It's just a short jump. It's just to keep them from hitting you. It's a just keep dancing jump.
Copy that.
And it'll mean you might not be able to fire all your weapons. This is the one problem I have with the Vindicators. Like, I think it's the LRM is the thing that makes it a good sniper, not the PPC mount. Like, what I should do is just say screw it and put in an LRM 20 or something. You know, and just fire a ton of missiles at a very long range. You know, so fire LRM, my friend. Let's see what happens. Did we lose music? No. I'll wait until the enemy goes and then I'm going to take a peek. Alright, it only has one LRM left. But it fired its medium lasers at the Shadowhawk and got closer to the Shadowhawk.
That was bad.
Yeah, but that pilot's shit, my friend. A tactician? You gotta be kidding me. Alright. Okay, now I feel like the music's too quiet. You didn't have to keep me awake here. Oh, this is a good batch. Yeah, slow us down. Let's think about this. Oh god, the quick draw still has plenty of jump in it. It could jump straight into the forest. Exposed to everything, but it's a fucking quick draw. I mean... And we can do multiple targeting. Yeah, I just want to jump somewhere into a forest where I have that coverage of the freaking thing. And I'll get a visual confirmation on that thing. Okay, we have a visual on the Wolverine. It's still up there, being a Wolverine. Okay. Ooh, we have slightly different ranges here, do we? Yeah, look at that. Look at that crap. Like this. The most efficient distribution. Not necessarily the best decision, but... And of course this thing's the better one to shoot with lasers anyway. It's such a small LRM. Like, I feel like... You know, I kind of feel like I should just give it an SRM and say you are a short-ranged punchy mech instead of giving you the LRM to try to shoot from far away. But, I mean, it already has all those medium lasers. I mean... Nice one hit on the Shadowhawk's leg. I should also make sure every piece of armor is armored enough to survive at least one laser blast, but, you know, before the structure gets exposed, especially legs. Legs are really vulnerable.
Commander?
Okay, you really want to get into punching range. Do I want to get into punch with me? Do I want to get into punching range with you? No, I don't. I really don't.
Standing by.
Okay, that guy is going to go, probably. Here's what I say to that. I'm gonna run over here and just get you slightly
Coordinates received.
on my in my line of sight, and then I'm gonna twist my torso to shoot at you. Ooh dear. We're also gonna have multiple targets here. Haha! I bet the other one's gonna be you. Yep.
Here we go.
Nice. Its left arm is destroyed. Its turret is destroyed. It's unsteady. The pilot's injured. You could always hope for a lucky hit on the head. Oh, is the Wolverine gonna come and be punchy? Oh god, that was a large laser. That barely scratched the paint. Oh my god. I mean, it hurt, but it wasn't like...
Ready for orders.
It wasn't like I was gonna die from it or something. Okay, you're in the blackjack. You know what? You just plant yourself there and you get me an attack on someone. So this one has one evasion, that one has more. I mean, if you're just firing AC2s, why not commit to the whole process and jump here and actually try to hit our friend, the trebuchet, who I picked out to be our first target. I could leave the trebuchet alone right now. That might actually be a good idea. What does it have left? It has 2 medium lasers. And its LRM-15 is damaged. It's lost it, and then this one is damaged, but it's not destroyed. So we have a really good chance of just killing this thing. We want to... with like a straight hit. But this thing's really threatening. And a good salvo to the side could stop it from rampaging. Or we could shoot at this one, which we've already shot at with just the AC-2s. Nope. We are shooting at you, my friend. Oh, I don't know. No, we're gonna just finish you off. Can't even fire everything. Actually, what if I just take everything off? How many medium lasers? 2 medium lasers or 2 AC-2s. It's the same difference. Oh. No, that'll make me overheat. What if we did that? There we go. That makes sense now. Fire. Maximum damage. Pilot injured again. Come on, let's capture it intact. We can do it. We have enough slots for full intact met of the salvage. We don't even need it. We can just take 2 parts of the trebuchet. And I'll have a trebuchet. I've always wanted one.
Damage minimal.
The poor Panther that I worked so hard to get will have to be put in reserve, the poor dear. Until we have additional mech base, which will also indicate that it's probably time to start considering moving on from the main, in the campaign. So you're gonna move here. So that trebuchet does not threaten you, it threatens everybody else. Oh, but you can knock it over. But you can hit with more on this guy, so you're gonna go after that guy, because screw that guy. We don't like Wolverine. Nice. I gotta admit, I also love the way the missiles just fly in. A trebuchet is a missile creature. Alright, you actually are kind of shit in melee. Melee is 55. You're not great at it. So you're gonna have to reposition again, because that Wolverine just jump back now and let him have the forest.
Engaging jump jets.
Like, if you want to have the forest, it's fine. I'm fine withdrawing and, like, taking some shots at you. Very unlikely to hit, very likely to hit, very likely to hit. It's just with an LRM-5, so let's try finishing off this trebuchet. That's why we have one on this thing, so it can actually do something this turn, instead of, like, having to sit it out and Alpha Strike again, you know? I actually like to spread out the attacks over a few turns, because it helps with the steadiness and stuff like that, whereas an Alpha Strike only works if your entire team is firing every missile they have at this one mech to try to knock it over, you know? It's good to focus fire, but you need variety, you need things to do if something unexpected happens. So yeah, the Shadowhawk's going to keep Shadowhawking, and it's going to... Ooh, we can get into indirect fire range of that, which means we're going to jump there and not do that. Gunnery is such a good skill. I believe that there's some skills that are kind of better than others in most cases. Sensual, but most of them are good, actually. I take that back. So you could just spray the Wolverine a little bit. Or you could just keep hitting the trebuchet real hard. You're pretty likely to hit both. You know what? Even though it's a worse shot, take a shot at the Wolverine.
Right, Commander.
Because I'm not as concerned about the trebuchet now. It's like, I want it down. It still has 2 medium lasers that can do 50 damage, but it doesn't have its main attraction, which is the LRM-15s. Ooh. Ouch. Shadowhawk. Don't scratch the Shadowhawk. I just got the new helmet for it. Like, I just put it on. Like, look at that sweet. Look at how sweet that Shadowhawk looks. Look at that. Okay, I just want to take a moment to admire the models. Here's our overheating Blackjack over here. That's just, like, causing the heat around it, the air around it to shimmer from the heat. Here's our Quick Draw. It's slightly overheated. Well, it is overheating as well. It's doing the same effect. But you can see here, like, all the weapons on it. Like, those are the slots for, I don't know, the missiles, I guess. Yeah, that's the SRM-2, I think, over there. And here we have the Vindicator, also overheating. All my mechs are overheating in this battle, and I'm gonna go look at theirs for a second. That's just up there. But let's look at this, you know, really damaged Wolverine here. It's in the colors of the Capellan Federation. It's lost its arm. You can see the sparking. And over here, this mech has lost a lot more than its arm. It's in shoddy condition, and you can see the LRMs and stuff, and the big mech boots and all the things that you want out of a mech game. I just love how seriously this game takes the whole thing. 40 melee. See, the blackjack's almost as good as the quick draw. Why would I ever use that then? Okay, you need to actually cool off. We need to just have you accept some hits. Well, I mean, if we're jumping back anyway, we might as well take as much of that as we can, and maybe just snipe at it with the AC2s from a distance. Always choose to keep your warriors alive. Always choose to keep your mechs intact whenever you can. Ooh. Oh, if we got a lucky hit to the head, or even just, like, knocked it over at this point. Like, who knows? Something good's gonna happen. Whoa, that looked like a headshot. No, it's just to the right, to like, the one piece of armor it had left, it got hit. Jeez.
Ready for orders.
So you kind of need to keep jumping for your own good here, for your own safety. So you keep jumping back for now. Kind of wish I had glitch in the Vindicator, but I feel like glitch, like I'd like to. If Medusa gets scouting, I'm gonna put Medusa in the Shadowhawk. You are gonna overheat if you do all that. Okay, that's better. Shoot at the Trebuchet, try to take it out.
Got it.
It would probably destroy it, but we'll still get another piece. Yep, Center Torch is destroyed, pilot incapacitated, down goes the Trebuchet. That's our first medium mech down in this mission. Our first mech, period. All they've got is mediums. They don't even have light mechs on this mission. Alright, you're in the quick draw. I don't have the ability where it's actually beneficial to stand, so you're not going to stand. You're going to jump here, and you're going to direct fire on the guy on the ridge. And maybe indirect fire at the Wolverine down below. If you have the stomach for it. Okay, that Wolverine's still in pretty decent condition compared to what we've been shooting at. And you are not going to multi-target. You're just going to fire your LRM at this guy and just, you know, give him a slap. Maybe hit his rear armor. Or their rear armor, I should say. I'm sorry. Structure exposed where? Probably on the arm or torso? These Wolverines are not in the best condition, I think. I love their look, though. They're very well painted. Woo! Head hit to the Shadowhawk. Oh, no. Glitch.
Commander?
No, don't let them do that to you, Glitch. Those in my crew do not take such things in stride. That Wolverine has no protection at all, so that is our target here. We're going to jump back to the Shadowhawk again and keep shooting up the Wolverine on the ridge. Make it a bit less comfortable where it sits and get some revenge. Do we overheat? No, we don't overheat for a 60% hit. Do we have precision strike? We do. Oh, dearie me. We'll do a called shot to the leg. Or to the center torso. To the center torso. Maybe try to take it out very quickly.
Right, Commander.
No structure exposed, but we probably weakened its center significantly there. Especially because since we were doing a called shot with missiles,
Standing by.
they won't all hit, but a lot of them will hit. Okay, now the Blackjack's going to have to be calm and collected and and ready to expose itself to damage, perhaps. No. What was the first rule? Always keep your pilots safe. So we've been fighting a running retreat,
Confirmed.
or what appears to be a running retreat over this base, but we're winning because we're doing that. So you still only get to fire one AC2. Alright, then we're gonna alternate them. Bang bang. You're very close to the limit on the heat here. Alright, you are going to have to... Somebody's going to have to take a leap of faith in this army at some point. I think it's going to be the Vindicators. Somebody needs to reduce their heat. And get this over with. So, now you're there. You're moving slow. Fire everything you got. At him.
Acknowledge.
At them. Ooh, take out the leg! Take out the leg! Yeah! Left leg destroyed, knocked down on a ridge. Does it fall off the ridge? No. It doesn't do the fall off the ridge thing that it does in the tabletop game, where if you're on a ledge, the mech will actually probably slip, fall off, and take additional damage. To discourage you from standing on the edges of things. Okay. But... as much as I'm willing to do a PSA on edging, now is the winter of our discontent, and we're gonna, or something, and we're going to, I don't know why I said that, whatever, y'all, you are gonna shoot this guy in the other leg and try to take one intact. But we're gonna have to remove some things so that you do not overheat. Cool. LRM and SRM. There's actually, I'm realizing, a sweet spot where SRMs and LRMs both have a decent chance of hitting. That means that can make combining them actually really good on a mech, I'm realizing. If you have 2 slots for missiles, don't make them all the same kind of missile. Like, unless you really want to commit to having that strategy. The problem is that, again, mechs are supposed to be mobile. You will often end up in closer range combats than you're expecting because the entire point is to deploy you in rough terrain. Yeah, that was absolutely the right decision, going into rough terrain for that. Rough ground. So they're very mobile over rough terrain. That is the entire point of a mech. If you're not fighting in rough... If you're not kitted out to fight in rough terrain, then you can have... I mean... That's not the only point of a mech, but it's one of the points of a mech is that you can get real close. Ooh. And now you can do the sexy split range fire possibly here. If I think you're up to it. Hold on. You're probably going to overheat just shooting this guy, huh? That one's defended. Hey, shoot that guy again. You'll overheat if I do that. Then shoot with the... LRM-10, there's one leg down, there's a good chance we could kill the pilot. Ooh, unsteady again. Hobbled, as it were. Okay, that Wolverine's gonna get a free shot on the quick draw in a bad situation for the quick draw. Structure exposed, but it was totally worth it to pick off a leg over there. And finally get this battle into a battle. Like, at some point, we had to turn in and stop circling like wolves and actually commit to combat. And actually, like, let ourselves be shot a little bit in order to reduce our heat. So that's what we did, is we just circled around them a bunch, picked a few of them off, got them in a bad position, and now we're committing to an attack. Okay, we're just going to reactivate them for next time, and... we're gonna fire AC2s right at this guy. Still unsteady. AC2s, the long range medium laser. AC2s, the most boring gun in the galaxy. There's nothing interesting about them, but there's nothing bad about them either, except the amount of tonnage they take up. Like, they're definitely better than lasers with equivalent damage, but, you know, an AC2, whatever. An AC5 is a decent weapon. I really need to rethink that blackjack. I don't like the way it's armed. At all. Okay, cool. Because you're so long range, you have plenty of places to hit, chances to take the guy out. Please don't hit the center torso, though. You hit the center torso. No, it's still alive, thank goodness. How are you still together? What do you even... 6. One more... one missile, one SRM or LRM to the torso will destroy this mech. So we're gonna have to oblige that, unless we want to go punch this guy. Really high heat, though, off of that Wolverine. We decided to keep our mechs cool for these event situations. You're not always fighting on an Arctic world. It helps to know what you're fighting on, though, because then you can remove heat sinks and add weapons and stuff like that while you're on the way to your target. This is a good idea to, if your mechs are in good condition, to re-kit your mechs when you go to the next, before taking the next assignment. Okay, your leg is damaged. That's the problem. One stray weapon, one good shot with a weapon will take that guy out. So let's figure out what we can fire and what we want to fire. We don't want to fire everything. Okay. You don't fire that. You don't fire that. Don't fire that. You don't fire that. And okay, so there's no point then. Ugh. We're just gonna do a regular attack on this Wolverine, but everything's off except the LRMs, which are likely to hit. SRMs will do more damage though. LRM's more likely to hit. They're half the damage, but you know. SRM is down. That Wolverine is running out of weapons. Very badly. That Wolverine's been caught in a bad situation. And look, this tactician is coming up. They are coming up to help. They're coming up to do something about this quick draw. They're saying, hey, its leg's exposed. Take it out. Because this game is like, you're probably going to spend the first few rounds just circling each other, looking for weaknesses before a fight breaks out. Alright, so we need to actually conserve heat right now and focus on taking out mechs. Because we just kind of envelop them. And we have a good chance of taking an intact or semi-intact Wolverine. No. Single target then. Actually, no. No, we are going to multi-target. Because we don't want to kill the other guy. It's 45 damage where it hits. This one is more likely to blow up part of the mech. Oh no, that's more likely to actually... Yeah, let's do it this way. Let's go for broke!
Firing on target.
Damn it. Oh well. At least it's down. Yeah, with the also, missiles are better against targets with evasion because it will do different things again, right? You can get it's about, do you feel lucky? How lucky? I mean, I guess the real question is, do you feel lucky today, punk? Do you, punk? All right, in this situation, I would prefer the cover of the force. No. Actually, why not? You need to get closer so this guy can get an optimal range. Because this is us going for the kill. We took out a trebuchet, we heavily damaged somebody, we then just stepped out, heavily damaged somebody. Okay. Let's switch off the AC-2s and let him rest it. Yeah, refire. Let's switch off the AC-2s and fire the medium lasers. You're supposed to alternate.
Engaging with target.
So... Anything blow up? No, it just lost evasion. But we probably weakened its armor. A bit.
Stepping by.
Too bad not everybody's firing at the same side right now. Can you jump and fire at the same side? That's the other thing is you want to try to fire on with everybody on the same side. You'll take the mechs out quicker if you're all on one side of the mechs you're attacking. Enveloping is a risky strategy. The point there is to get somebody important behind the mech. So now this mech's distracted by the quick draw, and as you can see here, all of my mechs are behind it. Or to the right of it. We're all on the same side except for the one it's been going after, thinking that's the most important thing. I gotta do something about that quick draw. Well, sorry. Here's the fact, friend.
I copy.
You already have your structure exposed. Head hit, pilot injured. That's the other nice thing about missiles. More likely to get pilot injuries. So what's this one gonna do? The quick draw is damaged. We need to evade. Evade and long range. The other nice thing about LRMs are really good if you're evading. If you're interested in evading a lot, because you can do a lot of indirect fire. SRMs are better if you're planning to directly assault a target a bit more. Here we go. And boop. Let's see what happens. And then you just pal around them with LRMs, trying to make them unsteady, and then... Yeah, but now you're shooting in a forest. I have high evasion. You're very unlikely to take out that leg. It's possible, but you didn't even hit me. I was going too fast and all that other jazz. Yeah, SRMs are for assault mechs. LRMs are for evasion mechs. I feel like... I'm just thinking about the game here. I don't really know. Okay.
Got it.
So we lose some evasion, but we're in a forest. The other thing is, now that it's one against several, they can't... This one can't, like, coordinate with others to reduce our evasion. It has to actually just accept how fast we're going and try to deal with it. And, you know, that's not necessarily a winning strategy. Precision strike? Do we precision strike the mech? Oh, right, we're shooting it in the back. Let's shoot in the back on the side that's already damaged, then.
Got it.
In case we make it through. Yeah! Ooh, that was bad for it. Like, now it's weak in the back. Now it can't expose its back to anyone. It's probably going to retreat up here, I imagine. And then we can jump up with a quick draw and start assaulting.
Standing by.
Now everybody's going to go get a shot on this here quick draw. Here comes... Or the shot on this here Wolverine. Here comes our friend Blackjack. Sorry, I was checking the time in the chat and all the things. Okay. We can't fire all the lasers, unfortunately, this turn. But we will fire most of them. Or half of them.
Target lock on enemy 6.
So we weaken it in the part that was already weakened, where the structure was exposed, in an attempt to expose the structure from the back as well, because it's probably already taken damage to its understructure, to its superstructure, from the other attacks. So now it's got 3 mechs behind it, all focusing fire, all of them running at full speed with high evasion, and its backs to them because it went after the quick draw.
Confirmed.
And it's less likely to be anything significant, but you never know. Yes, right turret destroyed, and that means also destroying. Right torso destroyed also mean the right arm is destroyed because you blew off its shoulder. What weapons does it has left? It only has a medium laser now. So now you're going to understand. No, we're not going to jump at you. Actually, no, we'll keep evading. We'll just keep playing this game. We have plenty of LRM ammo. As long as we have LRM ammo, there's no reason for us to do anything dangerous. LRM ammo, and it'll let me get back some heat. It's nice. So we're just hunting this guy. We're hunting a Wolverine, folks. See, this is why this is also a good furry game, is because it's filled with animal names. So now we have the Yin and Medusa and Pigpen over here, who obviously, you know, it's obvious what this guy is up to. This fellow, I guess. Gosh, why do I have so much problem with that right now? So we could just go up and ram it with a blackjack, but instead we're going to do something smart this time and shoot it in the back. Can we even do that? Yes, we can shoot one weapon at it in the back. We cannot shoot anything else without overheating, and I don't want to have to put this mech in for expensive repairs. It won't be that expensive, but
Good to go.
I'd rather save the metal. Okay, the Shadowhawk's starting to get low on its LRM ammo, so we gotta do something. As I said, as long as we can keep firing LRMs, we can do something about these. We'll take these guys out, no problem.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
Like, there's still a chance of them. Oh, there we go. Senators are destroyed. Dropship inbound for landing. We're going to get in and out quick. Sweet. We're gonna have a couple more medium mechs close to being assembled now, possibly. The research station is under our control, Commander. We're ready to send in the extractor ship for you and the scientists. Sit tight. I think the Magistracy will be pleased with the results. I agree. I kind of want to get more water. I'm feeling froggy. Bleh. Increased by 10% for the secondary objective. I like that there's secondary objectives in this game too. Performance with exemplary, Commander. I'll ensure that the Magistracy High Command hears about your skills. Positively deniable, but we're not necessarily just gonna like fold up and die. Okay. So the quick draw is damaged and is gonna need to be in the shop for a while, so it won't accompany us to the next mission. This will be a good chance for us to use that Panther. And that's why I didn't want any internal damage on anything. That thing, no, that leg's about to go. Salvage agreement. We have 2 Wolverine parts and a trebuchet part. We definitely want all of them. Mechs are good. We can always put them in storage and use them later. I'm really good. I did a salvage run for that. That was a great salvage run. We just got 6.7 million in parts. And we can sell these parts if we need money. But, you know, you have to actually sell them. They don't sell for as much as it says the value is. Mostly it just saves you money from buying them yourself. And it's good to have a stockpile of mech parts sitting on your ship that you then just sell off when you have an emergency or an immediate need, you know, or you see something you want. Speaking of something you want, let's see, is there a shop here? Where's that? Is it Darius? Oh, this is an uninhabited system. There's no shop. There's a hiring hall, oddly enough. Is there anyone good? Blah. Nah, we'll train up ours. Oh, I don't know. Wow. Sensor lock. We lost. Didn't we lose our guy with sensor lock? Our warrior with sensor lock. Do we have one anymore? No, we still have Decker. Decker has sensor lock. So you're piloting and you're piloting and tactics. You're gunnery and piloting. You're piloting and probably piloting and guts, I guess. Then round it out. You're gonna be gunnery and guts, and then we need a tactics and guts, and I guess it's gonna be Pigpen. And then we specialize from there. So we do actually need one. And we have the money. We're gonna hire you. Especially because you are a Kickstarter, the son of a military reservist. Like, these others have, like, whatever names. Well, what do you have? You have guts already, though. Wait a minute. Your name's Helix? Oh my gosh. Okay, no, I'm taking you. I'm sorry, Kickstarter person. I'll read your thing. The son of military reservists and the Federated Sons, Adian Slipius, decided to step up the family commitment to military action by attending one of the military academies. Aptitude testing, they declared him to be a good fit for special ops, so when he graduated from the academy, he gave it a try. His superior officers... Ooh, that's a long story. Let's look at Helix. But that's adrenaline! That's a Kickstarter backer. But we're gonna take... I like that you are Stray. Oh, I like you.
I'm here.
Yeah, I also like you. But, no, you... I should hire you and get rid of somebody else. You know what? We should be an all-girl army.
Available.
It's been decided. Well, we already have some experienced people. And unfortunately, we can't edit them. It's okay. We'll keep y'all. Who are we getting rid of then? Pigpen? Pigpen's still a recruit. I don't like your name. You're better though than Trail Boss. Oh, you're not a recruit anymore. Okay, you're dismissed. Sorry, Trail Boss. You've been replaced by Helix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Seeing you're gonna be gunnery and guts then. add to tactics as well, because they should all be up to 4, in my opinion, at least. So hide is gunnery and guts. Hide stance are going at enemies. Just like that, in fact. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, I kept you.
Standing by.
Why did I keep you? Oh, because you're about to become a not recruit anyway, because you have all this stuff. So we have piloting and tactics. We have gunnery and piloting. We have what I presume is going to be guts and tactics. We have piloting and guts. We have gunnery and guts. So who's left? Gunnery with piloting. So we have gunnery and piloting. Sorry, I'm going to have to do this again. Gunnery and guts. No, wait. Gunnery and piloting. Gunnery and piloting. Gunnery and guts. Oh, gunnery and tactics, huh? We're missing gunnery and tactics. Well, we need more tactics first. You're gonna be gunnery and tactics probably at the end. You're still technically gonna be a recruit because you don't have your first ability, but you're a real good recruit at this point. You're a bit overtrained even. Okay, so you're piloting, and you were piloting in tactics, right? You're now committed. You're now a tactical pilot, and the next thing you're probably gonna get is, geez, move and then fire. So are you a scout or are you what kind of, are you a scout or are you a scout commander? Like, are you a sergeant or are you a scout? I think I'm gonna make you a scout and give you ace pilot because it'll increase your survivability. And Medusa can then be the person who pilots around, will then pilot around a very short-range punchy mech. Very likely to hit melee, so something good in melee with a lot of SRMs, you know, getting close, scout out, getting close, and then hide, you know. Felix here is going to be guts and tactics. You're not the best at guts and tactics, but you know. I like you. You're a defender. Alright. So let's go to Mech Bay and do our repairs. We're gonna repair the quick draw. It'll take 5 days. We could just wait 5 days, but I kind of want to take the Panther out for a spin, and I want to kind of train up one of our other ones. No, I should wait for the quick draw. I should just wait the 5 days, honestly. Also give people the chance to heal, you know. So we want to take this, but we want to wait a few days first. So time passes. Oh shoot. We had them working on the wrong things. Oh no. It's right at the end of the month.
I've got the financial report.
Cool. We still owe the bank with all the salaries and stuff. Yep. Oh, because we fired her before the end of the month. We're such jerks. Okay. Contracts. Are you still wanting somebody to do that supply line raid for you? Okay. Commander, we're trying to safely transfer injured personnel to one of our facilities on the Haoguan. Unfortunately, satellite surveillance has shown Capellan units operating in the region. We're expecting to move our medical convoy through. We need a mercenary lance to sweep the area and eliminate any Capellan units. Please think of this contract as a mission of mercy. Oh, the Capellans are raiding their supply lines and they want us stuff. I don't believe that mission of mercy line for a second, but there isn't anything here to be concerned about. I agree. I don't think there's a shady mission. I just think that they're talked about a certain way. So I gotta take a break, get myself some more water because I'm very thirsty, and I'll be right back. Please hold. And folks, we're back. Ah! Dang, this stuff is good that I used. So let's show you the commercial, I guess. Let's negotiate this. Salvage or pay? Should I get a little extra reputation? This is some reputation, actually. Commander, I hope you're in good health. This contract may interest you. If there's your skills and the strength of your company, with any luck, we'll both get what we want out of the job. Well, okay. If it's humanitarian aid. No, what am I doing? I'm a pirate. What do I care about? Well, they'll give us better deals if they like us. So we're doing this for rep. Alright, Yin is definitely in the quick draw. Whew, I am not happy with who I have here. That's fine. Okay, Medusa's in the Shadowhawk now. Helix is in the Blackjack. Pigpen's in the Vindicator. Don't let me down, rookie. Helix is in the Blackjack. So now the Blackjack can stand there and actually take a hit, you know? Being guarded. Well, let's get going. In sunny San Jose. Yeah, we already read all that. We already know what it's up. So I'm expecting this mission to not be too bad, hopefully, but I'm mostly doing it for rep because they're like, this is a rep mission. This is a mission of mercy, and I'm like, okay. Well, if it's a mission of mercy, then I'm gonna volunteer my services a bit. Even though that's, again, about money. This is the area where the Capellan units were spotted. Okay, it's in Martian terrain. Oh. Martian terrain means that's the only place we can get covers in these dust storms. We have to use the dust. So let's have our actual scout, the person who actually has sensor lock, who's in the Shadowhawk. In the Shadowhawk with sensor lock. We'll have us all move through the dust storm wherever we can.
Position confirmed.
Good, just keep moving fast. So last movement position is here. We need to search and destroy. So, you go get that search part done. Shadowhawk moves fast. You follow behind the quick draw, which also moves really fast. Okay, there's dust storms to the left and the right. There's a radiation field there, which does help somewhat. We're gonna split a little bit, but not too much. Not too much. Just fanning out a bit, searching. We want to stay together since we don't know when we're gonna encounter them. Medusa, where can you go? Can you get to the dust storm? No. Then, how about this? Harder to hit. More, heat. Yeah, we're gonna take the radiation.
Move order received.
But not on the quick draw. Enemy contact. Good.
Our money.
So you move and you guard. This is the best position we can get. It's not ideal, but you brace. Because I think they're going to attack very soon. You stay behind Helix. You get on the other side, Pigpen. There are snipers. There are gunners. You get there and both of you, well, you just run. It's a commando. There's only one of them. Ooh. Ooh. That probably hurt. Just It's a cute little commando. Now I wish I had gotten more salvage on this mission. On the mech... Oh, it's another commando. Okay, it's a squadron of commandos, I think. Makes sense. They're commandos. They're raiding supply lines. That's what commandos do. Okay, you're in the Shadow Hawk, which means you should jump, and then you should fire. We're going to depend on speed a bit, because we're still pretty fast. We're going to depend on speed, not on guarding. Alright. Or should we sensor lock the commando? 55 chance to hit's not bad.
Copy that.
So one problem with sensor lock is I usually feel like it's better to just shoot most of the time than to sensor lock, unless they're actually out of line of sight. Pigpen. Alright. You're the one I'm worried about, Pigpen.
Yes,
Helix, you are not in line of sight, and you need to get somewhere good anyway before you do. So you move real fast, you jump where you intend to go, and you stay there. There we go. So you just give it a face full of lead, and then you stand there, and you use your guts. Possibly. Yeah, just fire everything. Just take all the heat you can. Just waste that commando.
Good to go.
With 4 medium lasers and 2 ACs. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my. They got vehicles? It's a mech. It's an indirect fire mech with a decently sized LRM. There are no LRMs on this mech. That is a problem.
Receiving.
We may have just been lured into a trap. But, guess what? You got backup, friend. You got a friend in Pigpen. You got a friend in Pigpen. It shoots all the LRMs and large lasers too, and a medium laser will core the frickin' thing fast as you want. Damn.
Tango is trash.
Tango is trash. Tango is rubbish, and we're gonna clean it up and make money off of it. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, quick draw. So there's one commander down. We have another commander now to deal with. We are going to accept the radiation to make it more difficult to hit, at least for a while. Because then we're going to just stand there using our guts, our bulwark ability, in the field, being hard to hit. I've seen this happen before in Martian terrain. You're very unlikely to hit that commando. Would bracing make sense? Yeah, why not? Well, it could reduce its stuff. Reduce its stuff.
Engaging target.
That's close enough to hitting. Well, at least reduce its evasion. Light it up, as it were. Yeah, there. See, now it's just sitting there being entrenched. It didn't move very far.
Ready for orders.
Okay, now you're in the Shadow Hawk. You're just gonna run over here. You're just gonna barely keep an eye on it. You're gonna depend on your friends on the flanks to do something about any real problems, and then you are going to fire everything you got that can hit at the thing, even though you have the problems you do, because dang, you're very likely to hit. Yeah, that only works if something's actually evading you.
I'm on it.
Bang! Dang. I mean, it's entrenched, but dang. Okay, here they come. Whatever is flying those long range, I hope it's another trebuchet. That would be nice. Another trebuchet piece, and finally get the thing. You know, gotta catch them all. Alright, you're still in the blackjack. Here's what you're gonna do. No, you're not. We're not a melee-oriented thing. Oh wait, that's right. Can you see anybody right now? You can't see anyone. Of course you can't. So we're just gonna have to accept getting seen. Possibly. Where's the place I can jump where I can see this guy there? Don't jump then. How about you just brace? How about you jump and brace? Yeah, you jump and brace. You just keep jumping around and bracing until something shows up to actually challenge you. I guess we don't need to stay in cover. Well, the point is that then we can just not move next turn and then just shoot as soon as they come over the ridge. And then they're gonna enter the, they're gonna end up entering, ooh, they're gonna end up entering a radiation field, I think, up there in order to make it harder for us to hit them unless we get there first. Or do something about them. In the Vindicator. You have been shot a bunch. Yeah, you help with the commando. The Blackjack's gonna hold the line a little bit. I know that's a good idea, but it's what we're gonna do. Oh my. Well, okay, that's how we're doing it then. Those aren't great odds, but hell. Doesn't hurt to shoot, unless you want to save ammo, which you might. You might want to save heat. This one. So you now have things you do. You're gonna stay in the radiation field. Anything like that. Nice. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take a hit. Oh, you're what? You're in you're harder to hit because you're in a radiation field, and you're just battened down. Like, so this is actually a really good deal. Is to park a quick draw or something in a radiation field and then just make them hard to hit. It's better possibly than these fields because it actually makes you harder to hit. It screws with targeting. So if you're just going to stand there, you should really get up into a radiation field. So this one's going to prepare an ambush up here from this radiation field. Because Helix has guts, you see? And then just standing in the radiation field will already be difficult to hit. And, you know, so they're probably going to entrench over here. Martian terrain's a bit different. They do less damage because we are guarded. Go ahead and pound us, it's fine.
Standing by.
I can take it. Pounded in the butt by Mechs. Now you should jump in here and you should take maybe a pot shot at that mech. Or actually no, don't know. Pigpen doesn't have sensor lock. So I could have sensor locked that and somebody else could have maybe gotten a shot at it. We can't even fire the large laser in this terrain. Well, as long as we're doing what we're doing and jumping a lot. Anyway, so that's Centurion. We have one of those. We've been building it for a while, but it's always like just slowly being worked on. It was very severely damaged. Yes, it's a trebuchet! We're gonna get another piece of the trebuchet. Assuming we survive the mission. We're gonna get another piece of the trebuchet. We're gonna get a trebuchet. We're gonna get a trebuchet. And it's probably gonna replace the Panther in our lineup. And it's probably what Medusa's gonna end up flying now. Instead of the Shadowhawk. Which I don't feel is completely your jam. Do we go for the extra heat? Yeah, let's do the extra heat harder to hit. I mean, we're already jumping like crazy.
Roger.
Let's make us even harder to hit. And then we can't actually hit anything. So this is a great time for you to use sensor lock on the commando.
Sensors locked on.
Nice. Means you now can just shoot it. Just shoot it. Don't let your beans be beans. Okay. That's a terrible implication. I apologize immediately. Sometimes I don't think about what I'm saying before I say it. This is one of them times. Could we actually fire the LRM? It overheat us. Okay, then we're just gonna shoot the crap out of this commando. Yeah, look at that. We just had an ammo explosion.
Critical damage detected.
That was a damn good shot. There's another commando. Oh, it's the same commando that we just blew up a ton of. Centurion here. It still has some teeth. It still has missiles.
Commander.
So you're gonna remain difficult to hit. You're gonna remain difficult to hit, and you're gonna move like so. Like that, so that you're still rounding the corner. But keep an eye on them. Seeing the radiation field, so you're even harder to hit. And then, not the trebuchet because of the state it's in. Not the commando. That one, the Centurion.
Engage.
Yeah, so they're a decent rating squadron then. They're about they're a medium light. They're a medium light lance. They have 2 heavier light mechs, and then 2 decent medium mechs.
Yes, Commander.
So you're in the blackjack, and you haven't gotten there yet. Okay. So you need to get there in a nice way. Like that.
Jump jet, engage.
And, whoa, that's evasive, but we're gonna fire the AC-2s anyway.
Target confirmed.
That's because it's in the radiation field and is screwing with our targeting. So they're entrenched, we're entrenched, and do we just... Oh my, you just jumped out of your trench.
Oh, Commander. I'm hit.
God damn it, everybody's getting injuries. So the Vindicator is one of the really good melee mechs. I could go up and punch the trebuchet. Or I could run away. Well, it's a trebuchet. You can't really run away from a trebuchet. Well, that's better. Anyway.
I call it.
So the trebuchet is... And the trebuchet is definitely the target now. If you don't... At least if you don't have line of sight of the commando. Oh my. Could we do a medium laser as well? We can, so we will. Firing.
I copy.
So we need to reposition. Yep. So we're gonna move there and we're gonna hunker down, actually. We're just getting into position to fire from here. Yeah. There we go, so that you don't overheat. So you're guarded, you're entrenched, and you're difficult to hit because you're in this storm, and the best thing is to shoot the commando, and... Whew. That commando's head's not in good condition either. It's those 2 mechs that are the worry. They're probably going to make their way towards the storm because then they can run and stuff.
Yep.
There we go. We'll run there. And we'll shoot at the commando or something. We're by sitting in the radiation field, we're taking a lot of damage, but even though it doesn't look like much, the way it's screwing where they're censoring, their targeting is really giving us an edge. an edge that we really need. So this is really overheated. Let's check the heat. Very likely to hit the trebuchet. Can you split fire? You could make the commando easier for everybody else to hit. Trebuchet is exposed though. Commando... Oh, well, other people are gonna go, aren't they? So we're gonna sensor lock the commando and try to take it out before it gets behind us or something. Alright, so they're both out of cover. They're going for this windstorm, I think.
Damage minimal.
Good. That's what I like to hear.
Orders.
Can you shoot anybody right now? Shoot who you can shoot while standing. Actually, can you move somewhere where you could shoot the commando? Yes, you can. You shoot somewhere in a radiation field where you can shoot the commando? Yes, you can. But... no, we gotta play it safe. We're unfortunately a little turreted right now. Because this baby runs hot, so we might even just hunker down soon. Yep. They've realized we're entrenched and they're trying to retreat into their own trenches. It's overheating itself. This one does not really have a trench. It's having to keep jumping around in here. I need to get Pigpen out of there.
Commander.
You cannot do that because you're unsteady. Alright. I don't have anywhere good to go. That's the problem. Well, at least start getting in the right direction, right? And then maybe hunker down.
Here we go.
Maybe shoot a commando. You hunker down, you brace. Oh, we could also use vigilance. Yeah, let's do that. Let's keep you alive. And just fire nothing at you. Oh, we wasted vigilance then. Well, not entirely. Alright, you hold still, you shoot the goddamn commando. You take it out in this wretched heat. Just kill it with extreme prejudice. Right arm destroyed. More guns gone. This entrenched heavy mech is a problem for them. With guts just standing there shooting at them like deck is like problematic.
Ready for orders.
Alright. It'll make you difficult to hit anyway.
Confirm.
There's not really a lot of cover here. Alright, they're just gonna get guarded and entrenched in there, very hard to hit. Of course, the problem is we're irradiated for a while, so we're kind of stuck here now. We may have to reposition at some point, but...
Commander.
So you only have a line of sight to one thing. Not a great chance of hitting because you're just continuing to pour out damage, but go for it.
Firing.
Tag this trebuchet. Dang it. It's really well interested too. We need to send something good to punch it. We need to send the Vindicator in to punch it. Oh no, here it comes. It's coming out of the hole. No.
Damage minimal.
Damage minimal indeed.
Standing by.
Sure, Shadowhawk, you're not into this whole, like, this nonsense here. Commando's still alive, isn't it? Alright, then how about you just move over here? You keep an eye out, and then maybe you then, no, let's not tag the commando, let's shoot one of the other mechs. What do you say? Let's shoot the trebuchet while we can. It's already pushing its limit here with heat. It also went into a radiation field. Whereas Yin's just standing still in one. Yin's just committed to, like, I live in a radiation field now. Okay. So, you get the LRM-5. And then the other target is going to be you. No, it's not. Hold up. Let's do multi-target. Let's do you. You. Alright, so the LRM goes to B. You do not go there, you do not go there, you do not go there. There we go. That works.
Engaging multiple targets.
So one laser fires at the Centurion, the other one fires at the Trebuchet. Not that much damage, but it's annoying them right now. We may have to get off the firing line at some point here. That commando's in poor condition, though. It has no arms.
Aye, aye.
Houdini! We're just gonna, like, run out here like freaking, you know, we're just gonna run out here now and shoot this foolish trebuchet in the face. Very nearly done with the stream, folks. And fire everything we have at the trebuchet into the right side while it's vulnerable.
Roger that.
Let's see the carnage. Structure exposed and unsteady. Oh, not good. Oh, here comes the Centurion to try to even the score, but I'm very evasive, my friend. You got a few hits on me, but you're running out of people.
Yes, Commander.
Can you shoot the trebuchet? I did a pretty good shot at hitting the trebuchet, so keep doing it.
Roger that.
I love how we're just having all our mechs sit in a radiation field, getting irradiated in order to deal with our problems. Like, oh, there goes the trebuchet back into the radiation field, but now it's not overheating. Yeah, it had to go back and deal with its heat problem.
Orders.
So this is what I'm talking about, maybe sending the Vindicator in a deal. Yeah, let's sprint like this. Actually, how far can we walk, and how far can we jump? Let's jump like this, then. Maybe get some spear shots. And you notice how I rarely stop shooting with my mechs. I can just kind of pick people, like I can skirmish them a lot. 60, 55, you shoot at them. Even if they're taking less damage, we want to try to take them out. Want to keep them, you know, distracted. Oh, hi, you want to die? Okay. Well, actually, we should split fire. Fire what we can at the commando. There we go. Like that. Nah, you know what? Let's finish off the commando. No. What does the commando even have? Has an SRM-6. That's still decent, but you know what? Let's give the Centurion a taste of what for. not really happy about that at all. And you go like that, and you're gonna batten down and reduce your heat. There we go. Yeah, their mechs are not in the best conditions. Now the Shadowhawk's taking over. Now it's going to retreat because it's too hot. But we're going to stay in the radiation field, make him get closer to us, and maybe have the Vindicator go punch something like a trebuchet.
Receiving you.
Orders.
The Helix do their thing. Low chance of hitting, so now's a very good time to reposition. We want a more commanding view of the battlefield. But we're going to batten down, because otherwise they're going to cream us. And if we're on a radiation field, well, we might be able to risk it, but now let's brace. And get rid of some of our heat.
I'm showing minor damage.
Good, as long as it's minor. Aha! That trebuchet has just made a mistake. Well, yes. And now you're gonna walk right back up to the fire step. And you're gonna fire a ton of things at that Centurion. No, you're gonna go up there. Dude. Not gonna overheat. So I'm not gonna fire anything less than 50. Alright, let's go.
Engaging target.
Right torso destroyed. Alright, I think they may have finally gotten rid of the rest of its weapons, so now it's just gonna come and try to punch us or kick us or something. Yep, there it is. Just running its way up the mountain. With literally no weapons left.
What do you need?
Man, this is when you eject. There's nothing else to be done. Yeah, so the Shadowhawk's gonna need some repairs for sure. Then you go there. Do you brace this time, or do you give me an opportunity to hit somebody? You brace. They're all moving really slowly right now. There's a Centurion doing its thing. It didn't make any sense to sensor lock anybody. It was better to just protect my mech. Quick draw lost, 1 evasion. They're all going after the quick draw now. This is kind of the tension I expect to track, of course. So who do we shoot? 70 and 60. We shoot the trebuchet. That trebuchet's in a bad situation. It's taking 8 damage. And my Vindicator is gonna come up and punch it, basically.
Commander?
Yeah, like that.
Engaging jump check.
Can we fire anything? Not without more overheating, and we're not going to do that. We're going to brace. You're not moving very fast, and you're guarded and entrenched. You're going to be fine. Yep, now it's the Garden and Drench Heavy Mech that just jumped real far. So now the commander is going to go into the radiation field and start getting a ton of heat. It's more difficult to hit, of course, but mission accomplished. So pick 10.
Standing by.
Felix.
Yes, Commander.
While the trebuchet is exposed, and oh my god, you can shoot everything at it? Come in. Shut off 1 laser and fire.
Locking on.
No, not a chance. You, see, this could probably kill the light mech. These mechs are crazy with their suicide runs here. These Capellan fighters are something else if they're gonna suicide run my mech. Alright, well, you still have a good shot at the trebuchet, don't you? I think we really want gun right now. So you're gonna run at the Shadowhawk, which is nice and twisty and all the things you want, and you're gonna take a shot at the trebuchet right now.
Target confirmed.
That didn't sound nice. Hi, Flare. Alright.
Ready for orders.
Alright, now you're gonna go do the thing we talked about, and you are gonna punch. You are gonna punch the thing. On this side or the other side? The other side I feel like would be better. Yeah, less intact.
Roger.
At the risk of getting shot, you're gonna go punch him. Right arm is destroyed. -1 evasion. And you missed with the laser. Okay, well, it lost an arm. That's better.
Engaging jump jets.
You're gonna overheat a little too. Okay. Small amount of heat damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, do something about that, Commander Medusa. It's time. We've now dragged it all the way over here with it on its crazy suicide charge. We need to now do something about it. Maybe don't fire the AC-5, yeah. So much damage though. Okay, fire the AC-5, just in case it hits. Oh, missed. Oh, come on! That commando is surviving something awful. What the heck? And here comes the Centurion.
Damage minimal.
Orders.
Ooh, can you hit 50%? You can definitely hit the trebuchet. Keep sniping.
Firing at enemy 6. Reporting critical.
So honestly, with guts and gunnery, I should really have Yin be a sniper. More than a fire base.
I'm here.
No, but we don't want to have our back to the enemy, so we'll go attack you there. We're now just gonna run down this trebuchet. Bang. And it's no longer guarded because it's unsteady. Hey. Guess what you're gonna do? Everything you can fire at that little guy, you are firing at that little guy. As long as you don't overheat. Are you still irradiated? No, you're not.
Engaging target.
That commando, how's it still alive? What is it gonna do? It runs away. Well, that was anticlimactic. What did it do? It went, oh shit, I took too much damage and ran. I'm like, dude, you're on a suicide run. Commit. You need to commit. I mean, don't commit. Eject, you idiot. Like, you have no weapons. What are you gonna do? Eject. Fel High Command will forgive you. I hope. Not. You should get out of that. You should get out of that country. I'm just saying. Like, they're expecting you to do a suicide run when you're obviously not going to be able to accomplish anything. Oof. Like, you had a commando trying to take on a heavy mech. A heavy mech that's acting as a fire base, like a gunnery platform. You keep punching. Done. Vindicator's down. Or, I'm sorry, the trebuchet is down.
Destroyed.
What the heck is up with it? It's just lying there on the ground. Look at that bulky thing lying on the ground. We're gonna salvage what's left of that and build us our own.
Good go.
A trebuchet of our own. Can you get somewhere where you can't see them? No. It's a fast mech, but it's not that fast a mech. But you can run somewhere where you can shoot them. With all the guns? Yes, with all the guns.
Moving out.
With every gun. We need to take out something. Jeez, you have no chance of hitting that guy. And it's not even about evasion. Well, you could reduce its evasion, but no, it's like not even a threat. Shoot that guy. I'd love to get that pilot alive, because that pilot, like, even if he did back off at the end, like, actually made it work a bit. Okay, well, if you're not coming at me, if you're not going to commit to the tactic, then I'm just going to shoot you in front, from the front. Yeah, there we go. The most damage I can. Almost made you unnecessary. I wish I had a bigger SRM on the quick draw, honestly. Bigger SRM. I'd give up a laser for a bigger SRM on that thing. Now you see, the Vindicator can do something about your mech. Great, so we've cooled down. We're gonna shoot the commando in the back. And as far as we can, shoot the commando in the back. Come on, Pigpen, earn your stripes. And finish this mission. Alright, fire.
Roger.
Come on! How is the thing alive? What state is that thing in? I love it when this game throws me one of these, where it's like... That little commando there is giving me so much trouble, and... like, it's lost both of its arms, its center torso has 2 hits left on it.
Standing by.
Alright, Medusa, I mean, don't get cocky. Keep jumping, because it's the thing you do, but... You want to jump like that, and then you want to finish off this poor sucker. Who is wandering around unsure what to do with now that he doesn't have a weapon. Oh my god, you can't. Well, then help everybody else take him out.
I've got a sensor lock.
Cool, sensor lock's down. Which means Helix can maybe snipe him. Can Helix hit him right now? Yes, but very unlikely. This would be a great time to move. To the other radiation field. Yeah, that's much better. You're running short on ammo though, you may have to get in close soon. Should I precision strike? Nah. We'll probably get its leg. Yep, it's down.
One left target.
Well, that commando, I salute you. I salute you, commando. You did your best. And in the end, that's all anybody can ever ask for. Okay, keep firing. Ooh, we can precision strike. Let's do that. Anything good where we could get him? What's there? Heat sinks. LRN. Heat sinks. Oh, what's in the arm? That's the lasers. There's like nothing in the left arm. Okay. Fire at that. With those weapons.
Engaging target.
Structure exposed somewhere. That's good. Structure exposed on the place we were shooting at. Good.
Yep.
Alright, you're gonna go... We don't need to highlight the guy.
Roger.
Do we? He's not even moving. So let's just fire at him. Light this defender up, as it were.
Attacking from position.
Hope we can blow off the arm with all the weapons on it.
Orders.
How are your legs? Not in the kind of condition where I want you death from abubbing. That's a very desperate move. Even in the best of conditions. I'd love to make a mech that was specifically a death from abubbing mech. That could be fun.
Confirm.
So you're being shot at from all sides, which is in a way good, in a way... Well, it's mostly bad, honestly. It's not even good. Alright, so you're gonna sprint your way over there.
Holding out.
Because you only got, you can only fire each of those... You can fire 5 more shots of both AC2s, and you can fire 2 at a time. So we get hit, but because we're a heavy mech, we get, you know, the bonuses we do. So we're just gonna stand there getting shot at, but because we're just standing there, we get to fire more things than him because we're not because we are managing our heat better.
Engaging target.
Now we just gotta hope we take out the heat sinks and the torso up there. Nope. We did get some shots in. We can take out the torso or the heat sinks in the torso. Of course, once we do that, he's gonna lose the main weapons he needs to, or they're gonna lose the weapons they need the heat sinks for. The quick draw gets hit. Until it says structure exposed, I'm willing to just stand here. Once it says structure exposed, that gets a little spookier. Then it's time to start leaving. Thinking about leaving. There we are, right in the sweet spot
Location confirmed.
of the Shadowhawk, one of my more preferred mechs. There's that sweet spot right there where every weapon can hit that I have on this thing. And boom.
All weapons fire.
There goes the large laser. That's the main weapon that these guys use.
Scored a critical hit.
Now we just gotta pummel this guy into the dirt, as it were. You know, conserve the ammo.
Roger that.
We're gonna have to take a risk and conserve the ammo.
Standing by.
Getting a bit hungry. I'm getting quite hungry, actually.
Jumping.
I don't want to eat something. I had kind of a small lunch. Honestly, I wasn't feeling very hungry. Okay, baby. Large laser it is. Let's hope for the best. We're shooting the wrong side, so we need
Firing.
penetration. There we go. That was not bad. That got through the armor. That penetrated. Where did it penetrate? On the arm. Okay. We just keep pummeling it. Turn off the SRM4 and fire.
Engaging target.
Yep, and bam! Just went down altogether, especially because it overheated a few times and weakened its interior structure. All the compelling units have been eliminated, and the Magistrati can start moving their people through the area. Cool.
Mission successful.
Mission successful. We got a lot of rep. We didn't suffer any major damage to our mechs. I mean, we overheated a little, but nothing even got its structure exposed. Performance was exemplary. We succeeded. We now have our first rep level with somebody else. Alright, well, okay, they all need repairs, but it's all internal stuff. It's just small amounts of damage everywhere. Pigpen needs healing. That's an issue. Let's see. We will salvage. We could get a commando or a trebuchet. We're taking a trebuchet. Are you kidding me? Of course we're taking a trebuchet. So now we have our first trebuchet. A large laser and a beat of a commando D. Oh, indeed. Yeah, I did beat them, Flare. I'm your boogeyman.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Life dedicated fire support mechs to be found. The Trebuchet 5N can mount enough missiles to give even heavy units a pause. However, trench buckets are known for running hot and don't have much in the way of protection. Yeah. So we're gonna store the Panther. We're gonna set up the repairs and get everything in order. So this one gets repaired first. Its armor is very low. Jeez. And then Shadowhawk repair. It's also its armors. Oh, that's because the structure's exposed when you strip the armor. See, after you overheat them, they're not really in working order for a while. Cheerion's got to be delayed again. I want to have a full complement as quickly as possible, and then there's a click draw. Okay. Let's look at the trebuchet. I'm not going to do the refitting now. I just wanted to set up the next game. Jeez. Two LRM-15s. 3 medium lasers. Just a lot of weaponry. But honestly, I'd trade some of those weapons for, I think I'd actually trade some of these weapons for more armor, and definitely this thing needs jump jets. This thing, if we wanted to, could jump, we could heavily armor it, and we could give it SRMs. And make it Medusa's ship. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna do it yet. Because basically we're going to be done repairing everything in 12 days, and it's probably not going to leave us a lot of time to do other things. So, contracts. So the Capellans would like us to work for them, and they'll pay us a decent chunk, but we should do our priority mission because the reason why is because I want to get to the next level of I want to get the better ship sooner rather than later. Travel to Wellesley to carry out our first major operation against the Directorate. We'll brief you more fully when you arrive, and prepare yourself, Commander. After just drop, we will be at war. So there's 2 more missions I gotta do for them, and then I can get the better drop ship. Like, the alternative would be to fly over here and take this position. 14 days travel. It's not bad, but we're gonna do the first strike.
By your command.
Alright, and with that, we're actually going to pause. And we're going to save and quit. So I'm going to save. Well, folks, it's been fun.